Hi, Trojans and Lions. I'm so excited to do this reading lesson with you. So today I know we're practicing two things. We're practicing marking pages when we notice something and when we're wondering something. So en la lectura lo que estamos practicando hoy es marcando las páginas donde tenemos alguna pregunta o donde estamos notando algo, okay? So you're gonna watch me as I do it with Flat Stanley. I love this book because it's huge and you guys could probably see the pictures a lot better than anywhere else. Okay? And look at that. Such cool illustrations. Flat Stanley. Hey, come and look, Arthur Lambchop called from the bedroom he shared with his brother Stanley. Mr. and Mrs. Lambchop cared greatly for politeness and correct speech. Hay is for horses, said Mr. Lambchop, not people. But look, said Arthur, pointing. So I think that this is a good example of where I would be wondering what Arthur is pointing at, and I'm wondering why he looks a little flustered, right? He doesn't look very happy, or he doesn't look scared either, but he does look like he's I just wonder what he's pointing at. So voy a marcar esta página porque en esta página el niño le está gritando a los papás que vengan y yo me estoy preguntando por qué. ¿Por qué el niño está desesperado para que los papás vayan a ver lo que está viendo él? So I wonder why he's calling his parents. Across Stanley's bed lay the enormous bulletin board that had fallen on Stanley. Se le cayó un estante al niño during the night. Mr. and Mrs. Lambchop hurried to lift it from the bed, but Stanley wasn't hurt. What's going on here? He said cheerfully, sitting up. Heavens! Cried Mrs. Lambchop. Gosh, said Arthur, Stanley's flat. Flat as a pancake, said Mr. Lambchop. Darnedest thing I've ever seen. Mrs. Lambchop sighed and said, let's all have breakfast, then we'll hear what Dr. Dan has to say. So I think that this is another place where I would put a post-it. Aquí pusiera otra notita preguntándome, wondering, what is the doctor going to say? Is Stanley going to be okay? Look at him. He's flat. Fíjense. Ahora está plano como un panqueque. Y yo quiero saber si va a estar bien el niño y qué va a decir el doctor. So, puse una notita ahí. In his office, Dr. Dan examined Stanley. How do you feel? He asked. I felt sort of tickly after I got up, said Stanley, but I feel fine now. Well, that's mostly how it is with these cases, said Dr. Dan. So I'm noticing that Stanley feels fine, right? Estoy notando que Stanley dice que él está bien. The nurses took Stanley's measurements. He was 4 feet tall, about a foot wide, and half an inch thick. So I'm noticing here, and if I show you really carefully, we can see how flat Stanley's body is. And wow, that's a huge noticing. That's why his name is Flat Stanley. That's probably why the name of the book is Flat Stanley. He's literally flat. Look at, can you guys see how skinny he is? Look at his shadow. He's flat. So I'm going to go ahead and put a post-it there too, because I noticed that Stanley is literally flat, and that's why he's called Flat Stanley. I'm going to stop there because now I want you to try it. I want you to read a book that you might have at home, or even a book on Epic, And I want you to, if you don't have Post-its, just use a piece of paper I want you to jot down 2 things, okay? Noticings, things that you notice about the book that are important, and wonderings, questions you might have about the book, okay? So voy a parar ahí porque no quiero, quiero que ustedes también lo intenten. Y en lo que están leyendo, quiero que apunten, si pueden, en un papelito, estas 2 cosas en lo que leen. Pueden leer libros que tendrán en la casa o libros que hay en Epic. Quiero que se pregunten, que escriban preguntas que a lo mejor tienen. Y quiero que apunten cosas que ustedes se fijan que son importantes, ¿ok? This is something that good readers do because remember I said now we're going to start reading longer books. Now we're getting older, we're getting bigger, our reading muscles are bigger. We need to make sure that we're remembering what we're reading because the books we're reading are a lot longer now. Acuérdense que esto es importante porque conforme vamos creciendo nosotros, van a crecer los libros que estamos leyendo también. Y si ustedes están leyendo libros más largos, tienen que asegurarse que se están acordando de lo que están leyendo. If you have post-its in your book, you can always go back to the post-its and reread and think about what you already read, okay? Las notitas les van a servir porque cuando están leyendo y si se les ha olvidado algo, pueden regresar a esas páginas con las notitas para poder acordarse de qué leyeron en esa página. So, I can't wait to see you guys try it. Good luck and let me know if you have any questions. Bye guys!